Hello, this is Christine with CocoaDaisy, and today I wanted to share with you my finished January Simple Dori booklet in its Traveler's Notebook style memory keeping, and it's in what we call the Simple Dori. That's the CocoaDaisy version that we have of a Traveler's Notebook that's meant for memory keeping, and we have it in a kit, so it comes with not only the booklet but a lot of the other items that you'll see in here. There's die cuts, there's tabs, there's a stamp set, papers, and just a bunch of fun embellishments. But I wanted to take a couple of minutes and just flip through my finished little booklet for the month and just kind of give you some ideas on how I did some of the layouts, some neat techniques, and so on. So this is the January booklet. In our Simple Dories, one of the cool things about these is that a lot of the pages have the design work kind of already done for you, as far as you'll see some of the pattern papers already printed in the booklet, so it's real simple. So for my little front page of the album, all I did was just add one of the stickers. And then also each month, I should mention, we have in the kit, I have an instruction sheet that I show you. I kind of give you a little jump start, and I showed how to do 2 layouts. This is one of those layouts. And the kit came with this little adhesive pocket, which I thought was so cute. And I just tucked a little Instax picture in there, and then my journaling I put on a little card that I tucked in there as well. And then the next page, I layered some of the pattern paper because this had been, I believe, a blank page. And so I layered some of the pattern paper. We had some of these fun foam words. And then you'll see I used bits of the rub-ons throughout the booklet. There was a sheet of rub-ons and they were so fun. They were black and white. And then they had, a number of them had kind of this stitching, which I thought was fun. So I just typed my journaling right on there. One of the chipboard die cuts. And then I used a lot of tabs with this one because I thought it just kind of went with the theme really well. Some of them I stamped the date, some of them I just used the stamp set and stamped some fun words. And then this was the other layout that was in the instruction sheet. And these were from the stamp set, so it was this, that, the other thing. So it was kind of a fun way to prompt your journaling. And then the stamp set also had this this kind of, I used it as a border stamp in a couple of spots, but it was just, and I ran it off the page, but it was just a border stamp, and but that was fun. And then this page, again, like I had mentioned, the design work is kind of done for you on a lot of these pages. This had this pattern that was running across the top already, and so I was able to put, you could have put 6 pictures. I did 5, and then I added the little die cut right there. And there's a sticker that goes in the circle. So that's a fun way to get a lot of pictures on your page as well. And again, this pattern right here, this rectangle was already printed there. So I just layered a few things with my photograph, added a journaling block. I used my die cut machine to create part of the title there. And then I also, on some of the pages, added just a little bits and pieces of some stitching just to give it a little texture. And then I just ran a piece of washi tape along the bottom. This one is a real simple layout, but it looks like it's a little artsy because I did splatter a little bit of paint. And part of the reason I did that too is I wanted to show you that you can do that. And the paper is a nice enough quality and a thick enough weight that the paint won't soak through. So I was able to do some little paint splatters on there. I thought that turned out cute. And then again, you'll see that border stamp that I stamped off the edge. I kind of liked that effect. And then this one I did as a very simple, there's really not much here besides a large photograph, a little strip of scrap pattern paper, a title, and then just a little journaling tab. So that's a good way to use up one of those blank pages. And then you can see that mine is actually falling apart. I need to put a piece of string around it. And then this one, I printed out my journaling and on a piece of paper, cut it out and adhered it. But I did add again a little bit of that stitching. I liked that. Just added the photograph right on the pattern that was already printed on there. And then this one, we had this cute note card from the Pocket Memory Keeping Kit. And it went so well with, it matches this pattern that's on this spread. So I just kind of tucked that in there and added some journaling and the chipboard numbers. And then here's an example of a way that you can kind of create some fun layers. You don't have to keep all of the pages as they are. You can border punch or actually cut them down. I wanted to kind of create a fun layer here, so I actually cut my page down a little bit. It's also a kind of a neat trick if you have a photograph that you can get tall enough to fit your page, but you just can't get it wide enough. Well, just trim the page down and then you'll kind of have a fun layer. And then you add the little tab. It was kind of neat. So I just add a little journaling up here, just a little grouping of puffy arrow stickers and some die cuts. And then on this side, the photo, again, I couldn't get that to go all the way and it stuck out a little. And I thought, well, then that's the opposite of having to cut it down. Then it sticks out a little. I like that too. So I like having those pages all not exactly uniform. Just a few die cuts there, one of the rub-ons. And then this one, I actually ran the picture through the gutter like I had done on that other page. But it's a little smaller, added a couple of strips of patterned paper, tucked in a little tag, and then a second smaller photo. So that one turned out cute too. And then a full page photograph. This was actually just a die cut. And on this one, so there's really not a lot of journaling on here other than what was already on the die cut. And then before I printed the photo, I took it into Photoshop and I added the lettering right onto the photograph, which is kind of a fun technique if you have a photograph with a wide open space. And then another example of that. So here I had the white area, I added the lettering in black, and then in here I had the darker gray background down here in the snow, and I added the lettering in the white. Excuse me. And a couple of tags that I put the journaling on, and again, a little bit of stitching. And then this page, what I wanted to do, and I haven't finished this part yet, I wanted to print out a couple more little Instax photographs and kind of put those in, and then just kind of number them. And then I thought I'd add the journaling with the numbers next to it so it corresponds. It's a good way to do, if you have kind of some extra pictures left over from that month, you don't want to devote like an entire layout to them. It's a good way to add, make sure that those memories get captured and noted, and you can just kind of jot all that down. So it's kind of a overview of a few events. And then this one you can see, I cut that edge down, but this time I used a border punch. And I punched right along the edge of the page. And it, again, makes a nice little layer. And then this one is a great way to use up your scraps of patterned paper. So I just had a bunch of scraps of patterned paper in different lengths and different widths, and I just kind of layered them all together. And I didn't even cut them, I just kind of put them in and folded them in the gutter there where the page folds, and adhered them down, put my picture down. So that's a fun, easy way to use up your leftover scraps. And then on the last page, I printed out my journaling on a piece of patterned paper and then just put that right along the back. And normally on the back, I can't get it up, but normally on the last page, I'm gonna quick show you February's here. Normally on the last page, we'll have our logo, and there's nothing that says that you can't use this last page for another layout. I just covered that up with the photograph and easy peasy. And then added a little rub-on and a little die cut, and then that's it. And then that is my book for January. So just a quick flip through. I hope you got some ideas, and I hope you're enjoying this avenue of memory keeping. I'm loving it. If you have any questions about the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit or the Simple Dori, just put them in the comments below and I'll get right back to you. Thank you so much.